Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with On the Fly Review for you, and tonight I'm talking about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, released today. This movie is directed by James Mangold, stars Harrison Ford, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Mads Mikkelsen, Antonio Banderas, Boyd Holbrook, Toby Jones, uh, Thomas Kreitzman, John Rice Davis, and Karen Allen. This is the fifth and hopefully final Indiana Jones movie. I said before, Raiders of the Lost Ark is it's not my all time favorite movie, but it's certainly one of. It's in my top personal five. Um, and as far as the other movies go, I didn't hate Temple of Doom. I was disappointed in it. Thought the main characters, the girl is annoying. The villains were lacking. I didn't hate Crystal Skull by any means. Thought it was fun for what it was. It was just both. It was a movie that didn't seem necessary. That's the same case with this. This is not a film that is necessary in any way whatsoever. Set in 1969, days after the astronauts have returned from the moonwalk, Indiana Jones is old, bitter, grouchy, sad, depressed, and he gets dragged along on this adventure. A Nazi who he thought he had killed 25 years earlier is after the Dial of Archimedes, which he's convinced is a way that can open up a portal in time, and you go back in time. Big plan is obviously to help the Nazis win the war, and since it's 1969, of course, he has henchmen from Alabama. Yeah. And yeah, you get taken on this adventure across the world, and of course, on the ride with him is his goddaughter, Helena Shaw, and her own personal knockoff, South American short round. Look, I don't want to say I hated this movie. I didn't hate this movie. The effects were fine. At least they were finished and didn't look like they were abandoned by the studio, like The Flash, and for that matter, Little Mermaid. I thought the art department, your sets, your costumes, your photography, I thought these people did a good job of trying to capture the look of the late 1960s, as well as match that bright, colorful world that Spielberg had already established in the previous four films. It doesn't feel like it's even though a different time, it doesn't feel like it's a different world. It still feels and looks like a Raiders movie. Give them that. But that's about all positive things I gotta say. The movie is just, more than anything else, I think Raiders of the Lost Ark, I think fun. I think a fun movie. And just sit back, enjoy the spectacle and the action and the humor and the characters. And this was just a bummer. This is just a bummer movie. Just, yeah, you get old. You die. There's nothing you can do to change that. If you're lucky, you get to the get old part before you die. And there's nothing you can change about these things. That's fucking depressing. That sucks to really harp on. I don't know why there's a 2.5 hour, $300 million summer movie action film that's harping on this. That's what the film's about. Everyone gets old and dies, and that's a bummer. Thanks, Captain Bringdown. And then there's a thing with the villains. I mean, look, the villains in Indiana Jones movies have never been the highlight of the films. They've never been the most fleshed out, but there's nothing fleshed out with this guy. We're never explained how he survived his incident with Indy in the mid-40s. How exactly is he able to fund all this? At one point, earlier in the film, we find out he's actually working with the CIA, and then that falls through, and he goes full fucking Nazi commando. But it was like, apparently he's able to do all this shit with like literally two henchmen and just endless resources financially. He needed a boat. There's a boat waiting for him over here. His men need more ammunition and weapons. They're right over there. It's the shit's just always there waiting for him to grab it. And that was just, it's just as annoying when your villains are just conveniently ahead of you than it is just as much for your heroes to be like Mary Sue's. You know what I mean? This was to me easily the worst James Bond movie, Indiana Jones movie. And there's a lot of things, lots of rumors that are out there floating around in the Twitter sphere about this motion picture and how it was going to end. And I'm starting to genuinely wonder, did they seriously rewrite, reshoot, and re-edit the last reel of a film this expensive to change because they figured it had leaked out, everyone hated it, and let's not do that? Or was this all just a fucking troll? You know what I mean? Either way, I'm glad the movie didn't use the rumored ending, but it doesn't mean it saves the film anyway. It doesn't mean it's still a lame film what's clearly trying to set up a new hero, which, we did this with the last one. And where's Mo Williams now? Well, he got killed off screen in between movies. Died in Vietnam or some shit, I guess. That's not really totally explained either. The opening sequence, the first 20, 25 minutes of the movie, really is a blast and shows you the potential that there still is in the character of Indiana Jones. But I cannot recommend this movie by any means whatsoever. In fact, if it was a thumbs up, thumbs down situation, I'd have to give it a thumbs down. But as I'm standing right here, I'm going to give it 2.5 stars. It was a whole lot better than I was expecting going into it. But at the same time, considering the brand this is part of, nah, man. It's like ordering a prime rib and they bring you cheeseburger. I like cheeseburger, but I ordered a fucking prime rib. I paid for a prime rib. Where's my prime rib? Anyhow, 2.5 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars. Hope you all enjoyed this video. See Dial of Destiny if you don't have any real personal connection to the money in your pocket. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.